since nobody else wants to talk about it, and since a number of my black brothers have talked about it, I'll talk about it too. I don't know if you saw this video, but the video starts, which makes me wonder about it, with this guy coming up behind this manager or employee or something at a department store. The story that's now been told is that the black man asked about the size of a jacket or something, and then walked off, and the employee, who's masked there on the ground, got on his phone, and according to the black guy, said it wasn't anybody, just some N-word. Now, what's amazing is if you listen to the video, you listen to the audio, the black guy is screaming the N-word at the white guy while he's beating on him. But he comes up behind him. The guy's leaning up against like a clothes rack type thing, and he's on his phone. And he sucker punches him from the back. So he's on the ground before... You get hit like that, you have no earthly idea what in the world's going on, or why, or anything else. So I'm looking at this. This is a freeze frame. One of the first things that I heard was that the guy who was beaten was trying to decide as to whether he was going to file charges. Now, if you've watched this, then you know this guy walks up behind him, sucker punches him, and then continues to just simply wail on him. And he's trying to decide whether he wants to file charges. You know why he's trying to decide whether he wants to file charges? Because right now, in our society, there is tremendous racial inequity. And it's going the opposite way of what's being said. He's being told he's guilty. He has white guilt. He's the bad guy. He's the evil one. Standing there on his cell phone. How dare you be staying on your cell phone? And of course, he denies he ever said any of those things. The guy he was talking to on the phone says he never said anything like that, et cetera, et cetera. And so he's actually, and so I guess he has now decided to go ahead, because I got this from a story on Discern that felony assault charges are pending against this guy for what he did. You notice anything else about the picture? The man's pants are around his thighs. And remember how the world came unglued 3 or 4 years ago when I posted a picture, a video of a young black boy walking across the street with his pants around his thighs, flipping off the cops? How dare you? You racist, you horrible person. That's what kids like that grow up to be like. He's still got his pants around his thighs. Now, let me just stop and say something, and I am not going to apologize for this. I do not respect that. I will never respect that. It is disrespectful to everyone around you to moon them. You may think you've got the sexiest booty in the world. I don't care. It is abject disrespect for everyone around you to do that. And the fact that it's accepted within a group does not make it any less disrespectful. So that is, I don't even know how anybody argues that. How does anyone argue that? And yet, if you dare say it, oh, you're a racist. I've just decided if the first thing out of your mouth is you're a racist, I just recognize you are not yet adult enough to have a meaningful conversation. You're just not. You are not thinking reasonably. You're not using your brain. You're just not. And the violence that this man shows that he engages in, that we have been watching. It's been all over the place. Did you see the video from New York City? Did you see that video from New York City where there are black kids running around shooting at each other with guns? And here comes a cop car. And it just rolls on through. Because they've been told, stand down. Yeah, you and then the one from Minneapolis outside of a bar night before last is and people are in their cars going, oh my goodness, what do we do? But they're just and they've gotten rid of their cops. And I have to admit, how would you like to be a social worker in Minneapolis right now? That just had your job description completely changed to where you get called. You get the 911 calls now.
Did you see the meme now that's out with the two cops standing next to the tree and they're both kind of laughing? And the caption at the bottom is two cops watching a 280-pound insane naked guy trying to be talked out by a social worker?
Yeah. That's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at. But I'm going to tell you, I'm just telling you right here, right now. I can't tell you how many times I have heard black brothers. Did you see that pastor in Houston? Oh, man. There are a lot of sound-minded black pastors, black leaders, black men who have been faithful to their wives and raised their children. And what do they say? Pull your pants up. They say it. I can't say it, but I have, and I don't care. Pull your pants up. They know it's connected to everything else. It's not just this, well, it's just one thing. It's just a style thing. No, it's not. It's a part of an entire worldview of abject disrespect toward everybody, including their parents, the people in their communities, and they're going to beat the snot out of people. How obvious does it have to be? It's so clear. But you can't talk about anything like that. Oh, you can't. No, we can't.